Hey there guys, I'm Sonic Ghost.
Hey guys, it's Turn Unique.
And I'm Matt from Matt's LP Adventures.
And welcome to our playthrough of Spider-Man on the PlayStation. Also available for the N64.
Woo!
Also available for the PS3 on the store, I think.
No, it's not.
Oh, are you kidding me?
I played this from my original disc. I did play it on PS3, but that's because it's in higher quality.
Oh, I think I know why.
Yeah.
Because it's a licensed game with Activision.
Yeah, Activision.
Activision and their licensing with Marvel stuff has kind of transferred over to Disney now. I think it was Disney, right?
Hey, look, it's the same people who did the Guitar Hero series.
I think they also worked on Tony Hawk.
That would
think you're
explain a lot of
right.
things.
It's been years since I really played much of Tony Hawk. The last one I really played was Underground 2 on GameCube.
The only one I did play was on the Game Boy. You had to keep that in, and I think we got a
You have
copyright
to.
claim, didn't
No,
we?
that's why I pressed it after that. Actually, we got nothing.
Ah.
Hey, you're allowed 30 seconds at the very least. Any more than that, and say goodbye to your YouTube channel.
When humanity conforms to a single truth.
So this game is based off the comic book continuity, to a degree, I think. Because it feels like some of the stuff doesn't feel like what's in the comics, but I haven't really read any of the Spider-Man comics. I haven't really read comics as a whole. I've just like seen some, but that's about it.
I know we're gonna get that comment saying, Lester, you're a Marvel noob.
Only two Spidey fans know this is comic continuity. Okay, yeah, well, for one, what? So I know it's gonna come anyways, and two, I really don't, because I grew up when it comes to Spider-Man, I grew up with the games and the movies. That's about it, and that's how it goes for pretty much all the superheroes. Because I didn't really read much. That's why.
Lester don't know how to read.
Last time I checked, I was Spider.
Really? Maybe that's why I don't play RPGs. I don't know what these big words mean.
What?
Oh, I do. I don't read as much, especially because of time restraints now.
I don't either. You're not the only one. Plus, you got a big backlog of games. So you're like, nah.
Jeez, don't want to get us started with the backlog of games we got.
Why would you mention that?
It gets bigger and bigger every day.
Thanks to somebody.
I'm sorry.
And it doesn't help when there's at least one free game every month.
Aw.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, Spider-Man's apparently stealing that, but we saw Peter Parker in the crowd. So
How did he steal that? That thing is huge. How did he carry that on? I guess he does it super strength.
it's Spider-Man, super strength. That's pretty much all they're going with. But yeah, how did Spider-Man steal that when Peter Parker's in the crowd? That's the biggest story that we're going with. Who is this imposter Spider-Man? And that breaking of the camera is enough too to cause Venom to come out.
Hi, Venom.
I gotta say, Venom's probably one of my favorite characters in this game. He's pretty hilarious.
But of
This game has a
course.
good sense of humor though, so that's like one of the best parts about it. And this is why I recommend the PS1 version over N64, because these cutscenes aren't cutscenes in that version, they're still images like a comic book. I feel like they have a little bit more personality here just because of the voice acting.
Doc Ock.
Yeah, they're really not trying to hide who's the main villain here.
Dr. Octagon and Puss.
Hey, it's in that continuity, so. And this is how they try to mask draw distance. They released his hazardous poison all across the area, and if you go down there, you're dead. But that's how they mask draw distance for down below, because of that fog.
we have game limitations, so let's put this in here. There we go.
It's kryptonite, we swear. Get your Superman 64 out of my Spider-Man.
Wrong universe.
Well, we do have the Fantastic Four here, though.
Oh, please!
We actually do. At the end, you do see one of the members of the Fantastic Four.
Okay.
And we'll be going to the
fine.
Fantastic Four building this episode briefly, just to hear a quick little extra line. And I got a comic book, which I'm not getting all the comic books here.
With thrills and chills, twists and turns, more supervillains than you can shake a web at, and of course, non-stop web-slinging, wall-crawling action.
Hey, Spider.
Hey, Black Cat, what's going on?
I know there's been some trouble.
So here's Black Cat. She's pretty much gonna be like our helper character for the game. She'll pop up once in a while and she'll just like give us hints about what's going on or tell us where to go. Doesn't happen all too often though.
Okay, what are you swinging on?
Buildings. What
building is above you?
Something's going on here.
Buildings. I don't know.
Why are you questioning this, Matthew? This is PS1. They didn't have enough.
Maybe it's like the Amazing Spider-Man continuities, and they'll just shove all the cranes in just because you need swinging room. Maybe there's just all these cranes so high above, and the fog's covering them. We don't know.
I can understand, you know, helicopters being above, and you're swinging on that. That'd be kind of cool, but
yeah, well, it's limitations here because in like I played Spider-Man 2 on GameCube. Doesn't have that issue. You can only swing when there's a building next to you.
You just knocked that goon off the building.
Yeah.
Oh, you know how easy it is to dispense your criminal buddies. Just knock them off a building. They'll get another one by next week. See, this is why the police should never warn their enemies that they're coming. It happens all the time.
These guys are serious.
Blows helicopter up. These guys are serious.
Really?
Nah, that's just their play toys.
That was just all an illusion. The helicopter would just come right back up, I swear.
Shot down those police choppers.
See?
Yeah, just my luck. I'll probably get blamed for that,
That's
too.
their chopper, though.
Hey, it still
that the
counts
bank
as a
ahead?
helicopter.
I know, it's still there. You know what's the stupid part about that, though? The cutscene shows that helicopter will shoot anything that moves near it, but then you're up there fighting the baddies and it does nothing on you. You would think it would shoot you down, but nope. It's just
Well,
there.
they can't have the main character of the game be shot down by.
Hey, there's a helicopter that chases you later trying to kill you. This one just apparently passive-aggressive.
Man, looks like the
What's
Fantastic Four
you
aren't
played this
around
on the
right
original PS1?
now. Golden.
I played this on my PS3. This is using the original disc, though.
Oh, did you have it when you were growing up?
Yeah, I didn't own it until around 2007, I would say. When I played it a bit growing up. And then when I got my PS1 in 2007, I played it a lot more. Even on memory card, I was still able to beat this game because there was a cheat code for level select.
Was right.
So if I had to put it down, I could just put in that code and
That's
pick up
just
the
like
level.
that's just like me with the Bugs Life game on N64.
Yeah. I mean, if
That's
a game
how
has level select and you don't have a memory card, that's the greatest way to pick it up and put it down. But not many games have a level select or even cheat codes as a whole anymore, so that doesn't really help. Well, in this generation, it doesn't matter because you can just save on hard
That's
drives,
the last one.
Yeah.
so it doesn't matter.
Still all right.
Except if you buy PS1 games and you still need to have the memory card.
Well, if
installed
you're buying
on-
off the PlayStation 3, it doesn't matter because you can have like a million memory cards. The memory cards don't take up any space. They're like
Well, I hope they don't
120
mind if I make
kilobytes.
a
They're
quick
nothing.
deposit.
They're legitimately nothing.
That shows you how far we've come today.
Uh-huh. This game save was 8 kilobytes. Nowadays, if we had a game something like bigger scale than this, and we were playing on a new system, that'd be like a couple gigabytes. Some games get pretty stupid big.
That guard was smart, by the way.
Yeah, I know, right? Then again, all these guards are smart.
Yeah.
By smart, I mean very dumb like this one. I shoot this guy with web right next to him, and he's like, "What? Oh, I'm not gonna pay attention to that."
Nope.
They do that a
Screw
lot
that.
here.
Oh, I'm stuck in web. I'm dead.
One thing weird is about the web thing. If you get them stuck in web, they just disappear.
The door is locked from the inside.
So where do they go?
my weakness is spider webs.
I must go to the void now.
I'm already at full health.
Oh my god!
Epic headbutt.
I just love seeing that. I can't help but just crack up every time I see that. Like, hey guard, how's it going? Headbutt! Oh, he's dead.
That was an interesting way. Way to go, Lester.
Yeah, I do that every once in a while. And then I do things like this where I equip web to my my gloves, which does double the damage, so I kill these guys in like 1 or 2 punches.
I doubt that really
Very useful against
more than hurt
bosses.
you.
You can do a couple different things with your web. You can obviously shoot it normally to trap enemies. You can shoot balls of it, which is a good projectile. You can make a fist of web, which is double damage, like I mentioned. Pull enemies towards you. Do the epic headbutt. And the last thing is you can make a web shield, but I don't recommend that because each thing takes up a chunk of web, and as you can see, it's like ammo.
Yeah.
And the shield uses a lot of web, and it's not even worth it in my opinion, because it's a scatter shot move. It attacks whoever's around you, but it's not that strong. And it doesn't really protect you from that much damage. It's probably the least useful web ability in this game. So you probably only see me use it like once or twice.
Well, going down?
Also, I should probably mention I'm cutting out all the save screens because I'm like sitting on them for like a minute or so. Because normally when you get through an area like this, then it'll pop up saying, would you like to save? So I cut that out because I'm like sitting on a screen for a bit.
And you still kept in the loading screens.
The loading screens are really nothing, so I don't really mind keeping those in. They're really just like a few seconds, like maybe 3 or 4 seconds each.
Unlike games nowadays.
Yeah. And it depends on the system for how bad they are. Like, I still say PlayStation 3's loading time's probably one of the worst ones we've had in a while. Because the loading times on there can take like 30 seconds at times.
I still have a hell of a time trying to... When I play my 360, it has terrible load times too.
Yeah, it depends on the game for that.
I still think that the PS3 and 360 are kind of even
Mind
in
if
that
I
regard.
drop in?
I feel like 360 has like a slight advantage, and that's because you can pretty much install like almost all the games to the hard drive, which speeds it up a bit. Well, with the PS3, you can't.
What's going on out here?
Well, you have to install like games like Metal Gear Solid 4 on it.
Well, those are the few exceptions, but like most of the games on 360 you can install, but like some of those you can't, and that helps with the loading times a bit. Because then it's loading from the hard drive as well, which speeds up the process. Because people did tests, and I think how it works is like, compare the PS3 with playing PS1 games and a PS2 playing PS1 games.
Uh-oh.
PS2 is faster.
And a bomb. Have to be really careful here.
Okay, maybe you're right about that.
Yeah, so see what I mean? I don't know why it's that much of a difference, but it's just weird.
I have authorization because I put web on my hands.
Hang on, I'm afraid of viruses in here. I mean, I'm in a bank, so I gotta put on some web gloves. This is how Spider-Man protects himself from germs, even though he's wearing a full bodysuit.
Spider-Man is trying to protect himself from Ebola.
Oh,
what can I do
jeez.
about the bomb?
You really went there?
I don't know if you guys seen like the webcomic I've seen, but I've seen a webcomic of like, you know how in one of the Looney Tunes episodes you see Bugs Bunny kind of saw on the ground?
Yeah.
I seen like a webcomic of that, of him saw on the ground, and the next shot was just Texas flying away from the States.
I've seen that.
Yeah, that one's pretty hilarious. Also, this is also pretty funny too. Just look at the save. It's one games, everybody.
I only made that joke because I just looked up on the news today. There is somebody in New York City test positive for Ebola.
No, I'm not surprised.
So that's why I made the joke, because you are in a...
Alright, get the saw for that state too.